One challenger remains in Paris, and officially that challenger is Farid. And I believe, as far as I'm concerned, there's him as well as one more challenger we have to go up against. But we're going up against both of them in the same episode. So this is the most recent vehicle we've unlocked. It's called the Monsoni. It's officially the bike that we won from Ian, and as I said before, it's based largely off of a Ducati 748, but for the first race, however, I'm not going to be using this thing because, well, it would just be a pain in my ass if I do. And of course, I don't want the episode to start out that way, so I'm going to use the car which I won from Ian, the Frippen X. Or realistically, it's supposedly the Frippen 10. Pistons by J.E. Pistons. And this car, as you can see, well, it's based off of a Volkswagen Golf R32, which has no connection to the Skyline R32 if you get confused. They have no relation whatsoever. FYI. And, yep, Farid should be our last racer on the map. And that's who we're going to be chasing after. Because, well, he's the only guy left on the map. And also because, well, once we're done with his 2 races, we then get a 3rd race up against a guy called Owen.
Just turn sharply to either side and hit the handbrake while driving in reverse. The momentum should spin the car around. Combine this move with the burnout, and you'll be up to speed in no time.
And that probably wasn't the best idea, but either way... Okay, that was a very bad idea.
Are you flashing the right man? Cannot be. I am the best in this city.
Although it doesn't matter that much because, well, I still got to Farid anyway. So Farid is driving a car called the Stad. It's based off of a Renault Clio V6. At least I'm pretty sure that's what it's based largely off of. And I don't think we're too far from his starting point. But either way, we do 2 races with him, and then I think afterwards we do 2 races with Owen. And well, one thing that's interesting to note about Farid is, well, aside from him coming from Algeria, he is also an escaped convict, for whatever reason. At least that's what the Midnight Club wiki says he is. Those are about the only 2 things I realistically know about Farid. However, if you really want to look into the challenger profiles of this game, then well, I'm pretty sure all of them are available on the Midnight Club wiki. Basically for all the challenges in this game, and I just hit someone. But it doesn't matter because, well, it's only a game, it's not real life. And we should not be too far from our starting point now, I don't think. Not going to use a slipstream turbo because there's no need to. I just have to keep up with him, and then we can start our race. And then, I think once we're done with Owen, we then get thrown into the very next race against the Paris city champ, who by the way is called Parfait. And that only took 4.5 minutes. Over to you, cutscene.
He looks too young to be a cop. I will give him the honor of racing an internationally renowned fugitive.
I have to keep a low profile. We race in the catacombs.
Again, as I said before, Farid is an escaped convict, so...
Okay, my friend. No traffic. Time to go.
So, technically speaking, we are racing underground. And of course, if I was using the bike right now, then well... I would basically be pulling my hair out. Well, that was one mistake in my life I never want to repeat, ever. I think I actually won this race first try the last time I did this. Well, obviously that's not going to happen now, of course, but again, I don't care as long as it's not going to take me hours on end to do all of the races and I'm just not having my ass handed to me. Also, I gotta say, Farid at the moment is having a terrible run because he is well behind me, judging by what I can see at least. Okay, and fortunately that was not the police, that was an ambulance. Although technically speaking, if I was driving an ambulance I'd have to be in the Cannonball Run. Because, well, believe it or not, I think that's the vehicle Burt Reynolds drives in that movie. At least I believe it's the Cannonball Run, if I recall correctly. Also, where the hell is Farid? I mean, he was running well ahead of me, and now for whatever reason he's running way behind me. Really couldn't tell you how that's the case. Also, I should mention, I think that is the Cathedral of Notre Dame that I just went past. Or Notre Dame, however it's pronounced. Still, I am well ahead of Farid at the moment. And that in and of itself amazes me, just to see how far behind he is from where I am. And don't get botted by that car, thankfully. And hit the wall, but it's fine because I have a big enough lead, and on my first try, I win. Now let's wait and see how long it takes for Farid to finish, wherever he winds up. Oh, it took him less than 16 seconds to finish behind me. I'm really starting to wonder if I should get a picture of the Frippen or if I should get a picture of the Monsoni. I'll continue.
He's lucky I don't steal everything he has right from underneath his big fat American nose.
Hey! I won't kill you! Yet!
So this will be the second time that we do lose the cops in this game, but ultimately, there is going to be a plot twist here because, well, I want to get a picture of the Monsoni whilst I'm here. And as for the colour I'm going to use this thing in, yeah, let's use this thing in yellow, see how we go. Just because, well, it's practically the same colour that I used for the previous car, and I know exactly where to go from here. I'll basically lose the cops immediately if I head through the tunnel, and just like that I die. And now all I have to do is stay under low profile. Oh, never mind. I should have known that was going to be a dud. And still not lost him yet. But that's okay because, well, this should pretty much be a slam dunk once I really get some momentum going. It's not going to be that tricky to lose him, I don't think. I'm also glad to say I was not arrested. I'm pretty sure if he botted me any harder, that would have resulted in me being arrested. But I somehow wasn't. Anyways, I think I know where the meetup point is. It's just a matter of me trying to make sure that I get rid of the police whilst I do it. I think it is possible for me to lose him, but at the moment he does not seem to be losing me, unfortunately. Okay. Fuck you. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind, he's gone. Oh, fuck me. Yep, okay. Can I succeed first try? Luckily I can. Even though that took a bit longer than it should have done. It is pretty easy to lose the cops using the Monsoni because, well, obviously there's a lot more acceleration and speed compared to the Frippen 10. And that's why I went in the sewer first hand, because, well, heading underground, basically the best way for me to lose the cops almost immediately. And I should put my phone on silent if you heard anything there. Anyways, I am capturing a replay. Ignore that sound you just heard, because, well, it was basically me switching my phone off, well, putting my phone on silent because, well, I got a notification from it and basically I just decided to switch it off so it would not cause any further interferences. Still, I did not think once that copper wrecked me I was somehow going to lose him. But I am glad to say I did succeed with that first try like I did with the previous one. Because if I didn't, then, well, I would have been pretty pissed off if I did not succeed with this first time. Because this is pretty easy to succeed with on a bike. And I am glad to say I did succeed with it the way I did. There was nothing I could have done there. But it didn't matter because, well, he basically just ran away from me and as a result, well, he just decided, yeah, I'm not bothering anymore for whatever reason. But anyway, even though my bike was smoking, I did manage to succeed in the end. Okay, anyway. Let's continue the grind.
It will be a work of genius. I give him my automobile, and the inspector will be busy trying to pinch him. Enjoy the car!
I'd also like to say Farid's got a pretty nefarious laugh, judging by what I just heard. But either way, we're now going up against Owen. He is driving a car called the Victory. And basically, Farid thinks I'm practically gonna suck ass against Owen. But once I manage to get some momentum going, then hopefully everything will work out within the next 20 minutes or so. At least that's how long it's going to take me, but we'll wait and see. You know what? I will go for one more race. Old bean.
If I'm going to put myself on the line, you better have some serious info on Farid.
Okay, I think I know what it is I need to do now. So, I have got to take this side of the streets, because, well, if I don't, then, well, Owen will just decimate me. So, making sure I don't face obliteration early on, and I'm actually leading this. Okay, so you've really got to hit it on this side of the road, because if you don't, then, well, you'll be thrown to the other side of the road, which is one critical mistake you do not want to make in this run. At least if you're going for the win. It's one mistake you cannot afford to make. At least if you want to take on the Paris champ afterwards, don't run as wide as the fence on the bridge. Because if you do, then, well, any chances of winning you have if you do that, then, well, forget it. You've basically got no chance if you make that mistake. So that's one very important mistake not to make. Also, I've got a pretty big lead now over Owen. How did I avoid that car? I have no idea how, but I somehow avoided that car. And I still made it under the arch. Dude, I am leading you. This is precisely what I think you should have signed up for. Did you really expect me to do anything less but race you the way I want to race you?
What's in that car? It's a matter of international security.
Okay, come on. Come on. Okay, I made the jump. Okay, don't want to hit that tree this time. There we go. That was only 3 failed attempts, and even though I should have won on that previous attempt, I basically hit a tree that was right in the center, and because I did the burnout mechanism when I shouldn't have done, I basically lost this race before. But it doesn't matter now because, well, Farid is beaten, and that now means we get to take on the Paris champion, Parfait.
This has worked perfectly.
Don't get into some trouble. It's very dangerous out.
Whatever you say.
Seems like usual young men, all bravado and nothing to show for it. Bonjour, chérie! You wanna go for a drive?
Okay, so we basically get thrown straight into our next race, but of course if you saw what I previously did with dice, you'll basically know that I'm not going to immediately throw myself into the Paris Championship races because, well, that would be for another segment. So, the first car we win is called the Stad. This is the car that we win from Farid, or Farid. I think it's pronounced Farid. And available in 4 colours, including purple. Of course, I drove it in orange. And the other car that we win is called the Victory, and it is based off of an Aston Martin Vanquish. I believe this car also appeared in Gran Turismo 3, if I'm not mistaken. At least I'm pretty sure the Vanquish appeared in that game. But yeah, anyway. So, Farid and Owen have been beaten, and as a result, we are now halfway there with this game completion-wise. And next time we will be going up against the Paris champion, Parfait. Coming in the next episode.